finally on a, quote, real body, and I sliced the liver, and the liver keeps bleeding. And I hear myself screaming, sort of an out-of-body experience, "Stop the bleeding!" You know, and you realize you got caught up in this. So the point is, simulations can work really well. We simulate, you know, gas attacks on cities, earthquakes, things like that, and people learn how to do these kinds of things really well. Give you a statistic on the surgery, if you learned it these virtual ways. The worst surgeon coming out of those training courses scores better than the best cadaver lab surgeon to be that we've ever produced. Again, tested at 4 or 5 universities. We really believe in it. If you don't think this stuff works, you know, why don't you just get a jet pilot sometime and hand him a new Dreamliner and say, we'll let you learn by touch and goes, you know, rather than setting in a simulator. The other thing I'm impressed by is our skill sets are kind of misaligned. I had to go through geometry and trigonometry and calculus. I haven't used that stuff in 50 years, but I use statistics and data visualization and programming languages all the time. I think we've got our curriculums completely backward. We do have an exhibit I encourage you to come see. It's free and open to the public, called Places and Spaces. That is the last 50 NSF winners over the last 5 years of data mapping. And finally, we try to learn from how the kids invent. So we've got articles that Scott Clemmer and some of his kids have put out on trying to figure out in this new world, how do you really hack and do these things? So the overarching question, I think, is if it's a big impact world and knowledge education needs all these things, what do you do? I think you owe it to yourself, your career, and your company to broaden your own perspective on this and help support groups that are trying to do some of these interdisciplinary things. There aren't that many of us, so it doesn't take a lot of money. But your support would be quite welcome. So we have a way you can join, and that's a crass commercial thing. I'm not supposed to do that, so thank you very much.